So I got this little instrument called an ocarina. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And you can get them on Amazon for hardly any money. However, most of them are supposed to not be very good ocarinas. So I got mine for like 15 bucks. And apparently the good ones can be, hundreds of dollars maybe. But this is the little book. This is a 12-hole ocarina. And it's a little ceramic musical instrument that looks like this. So it got its fame through the Legend of Zelda video games, which I might have played one a long time ago. And apparently this is something that the elves play. I'm not sure. So that's why they're popular. And I think that might actually have something to do with this little triangular logo there. But I don't actually know because I'm not a Zelda fan. I'm not against Zelda. I just don't know enough about Zelda. So according to this little booklet, this ocarina is a ceramic flute. It's also known as a jun or shun, X-U-N in China, and it has been around in many different countries since the Stone Age. And you can get 1 hole, 6 holes, 12 holes or more, and it's made of clay. So this says learning the ocarina is fun and easy. Well, I'm not sure about that. I'm fairly good at picking up new musical instruments, and I just got this. And I can't say that it sounds very good, so I'll demonstrate in a moment. So this is what else came with this little kit. I got a little carrying pocket case with the little logo and a long blue string. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be put into this. There's little holes here on the side here. Put in there, through there to make a little, I don't know, ocarina necklace. I don't know why I would want to wear this or carry it around like that, but there's no instructions about what to do with the string. I have seen some that are sold where they have like a little stand that looks like a hand, which might be useful to get. Since this was my first one and I didn't want to spend a lot of money, even another $5 wasn't really taking this very seriously. I didn't even want to bother with that. And this comes with a little book. So this is a Cheffort brand, Cheffort, and it has a little songbook and it teaches you how to play. So here's the problem with this 12-hole ocarina. It has 12 holes. So there's 4, and then 2 more. So there's the 10 holes there. And then there's actually there's 3 holes on the back, but there's 2 holes that you're actually playing. And I guess this is where the air comes out. And then these little holes on here, I'm not sure. Like I said, they might be for that little string. And then you have your little wind hole here. I've never played this instrument before today. In fact, before like 15 minutes ago. So it's not going to sound very good. And I find that it's actually fairly tricky. So I play different types of wind instruments, and they often have very similar fingering patterns. The trick with this one is that it's all kind of scrunched up on this body of this instrument here. So it is kind of like, if like you had a native flute, it's kind of like that. But with this 12 hole, there's a little extra tiny hole there. You're really supposed to keep your finger on those 2 holes at the same time. If you take that off, you'll get a slightly different pitch. So that can be useful, I suppose, if you're doing sharps or flats. But that also makes it more complicated. It's a little bit, I don't know, it's not completely ergonomic, I find. So you're holding it all like this, and then you've got your thumbs on the back. In order to play this, I'm going to turn on original sound. I'm recording via Zoom here. It might sound better or worse this way, but we'll see. So here we go. Original sound is turned on. And I'm putting all my fingers down. So this will be, usually when you put all the fingers down, that's your lowest note. It's because the air is going all the way through, I guess. All right, here we go. Yeah, that's okay. It's when you start moving up the scale, it gets a little iffy. So that's a little bit sharper than I might expect it to be. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be that way or not. Ugh. So this is where the ergonomics are challenging, because if your finger's not in the right exact place, and you're not going to get the right note. Let's try to go a little higher. So I'm not very excited about how this sounds on the high notes, so this could just be me because I'm just starting to play it. But there's also some interesting uh, fingering changes. So if you were just playing on a like a recorder or a tin whistle, penny whistle, or something similar, you might expect that you just keep lifting the fingers up one by one to go up the scale. But with the ocarina, as you get higher, you're actually lifting up different fingers. So my inclination is to just have this left index finger on the top note, but it actually is telling me if I want to get up to, for example, the high C, the C above middle C, I need to use my pinky finger and then keep the two back holes closed. So let's try that. So back holes, pinky finger on the left side, and then nothing on the right. For a C above middle C. It might sound better if I blow a little louder, but I'm also trying not to blow out your speakers or disturb the people around me who might not find that too pleasant. So let's go back to the lower notes. So this is this note here that has the small one, and if you don't have both fingers on it quite right, then you'll get a different pitch. Same thing with the other hand. So I'm holding down those little holes. I'm going to see what happens if I just lift it up on the right side. Now that's interesting. I lifted it up on the left hand too. I've actually went up the scale a bit there. Now, let's see the difference if I'm just going a couple notes up, and I'm going to fiddle with this little note here. Hold. Oh, that sounds more like a major scale. Let me try that again. So what I'm noticing with this is that if I don't have my fingers covering these notes up fairly tightly, that I will get a bit of a windy sound, which I'm not that keen on, although I suppose that could be done on purpose. But let me see if I can just play a little, try to make it sound like an elf in a forest. It's probably not going to be quite like that, but let's just see. I'm going to stick to like the lower notes. Oh, For $15, it's kind of fun. I don't think this would be my main instrument, but um, I suppose if I practice a little bit more, it might get a more haunting sound, and it just could be a fun little instrument to learn. I think kids might really enjoy this. And if I were teaching in-person yoga classes again, which I'm not right now because of coronavirus, then if I got good at this, this could be a nice little portable um, flute that I could play at the end of class and maybe make some nice pretty sounds that could be potentially relaxing to people. Of course, it's hard to please everybody, so when you're doing a shavasana and you're trying to please some people with bringing in a native flute or doing a gong or a singing bowl, somebody's going to have an issue with it these days, unfortunately. But you know, maybe most people would like it if you got good at it. So I think it's not necessarily a bad little instrument, a little bit more challenging than doing a native flute or a recorder or a tin whistle or Celtic whistle, but I think it's definitely an attractive instrument, kind of a cool thing if you want to decorate your bedroom and have maybe one of those stands where it sits up. People will go, "Ooh, what's that?" Just make sure you clean the clean that before you pass it around to people. Usually now when I get something from Amazon, once I, you know, take it out of the box and then wash my hands and then take out an instrument, I usually take some rubbing alcohol and clean the top of it. I doubt that anybody in the warehouse is pulling these things out and playing them, but you just never know. So be careful. So this is Cheffort Ocarina. I hope this was interesting or helpful. And if I practice it and learn how to get better at it, maybe I will offer some tips on video, or maybe not. We'll see. So thank you very much. Namaste.